I think the idea that I had for the workshop, kind of generally speaking, we're doing a similar thing in the spring for our Enduring Stories concert, where there's a workshop that's taking place a week before the concert. And it's kind of an invitation to the audience to start thinking and kind of making connections between something beyond music and something about the concert that's engaging them in an activity that's connected directly uh, to the performance and the music that they will hear. It is a standalone workshop. Also, people can just come to the workshop to have the experience, but it's meant as or it's designed as a joint experience where people can actually have a taste of both.
And I know that you talked about wanting participants to have at least the option of bringing this world, this story that they create to the concert in a week, which gives people the chance either to leave their stories with us and we can bring them, or if somebody wants to tinker, and finesse, some people like to do that for the week. They could do that and bring it in, and we'll need to figure out how that works. But there is the option for some kind of real sharing, and they'll be sharing at the workshop itself. We're going to be talking. We're going to be spending some time just sort of talking with each other broadly about magic, a little bit specifically about magic with Borge and how he uses magic. We'll spend some time kind of creatively brainstorming different scenarios together. It's really powerful to hear what other people are thinking. All like the word that I keep coming back to is magic. And I don't mean sleight of hand, although that could be part of it too. I mean something really inexplicable, something closer to miracle, even. I know that I know that Roberto is using a story by Borge as the inspiration for his piece. And there's the quote that I'm just looking at it here, but a bird streaked across the misty sky and absently I turned it into an airplane. It's a small quote in a story, and it's not even really literal in that story, and that the bird does not actually become an airplane in the story. Um, Borge's work is really mysterious and it's really dark, and it's really him kind of working through or coping with a lot of national tragedy and personal tragedy, a lot of violence, a lot of war, um, a lot of despair, even. And his work is very tangled, and very beautiful, and magic in it. And in this quote that I sort of latched onto, there's something about turning a bird into an airplane that is both horrible, um if you're thinking of this in some context of war, that this beautiful thing, this bird that's soaring is now crafted, is changes, but there's also this like the power of the imagination to change the world. So anyway, thinking of that, and then thinking of all of the other magical realism that I've read, and the way it always makes me feel like, oh, it's like a what if. It's like a, well, what if this? And you fill in the this with something impossible that allows you to get at, that allows you as the writer or the thinker, because to make possible, I guess, something that otherwise would be impossible. And then we can and so, and anyway, I was just interested in the idea of like bringing a group of people together into a room and having a conversation about magic, having a conversation about magical realism, collaboratively inventing some different ways that magic could interrupt the real world and give us options to make things better that we might not, or clearer, or more beautiful that we might not see more directly otherwise. And then to have some private time where each person takes some of what we do together and begins creating something privately, and then we come back together and begin sharing those little seeds of what we've created privately.